Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Eager, and today in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the top 5 rank builds, as well as lethals, tacticals, what to be using for your perk packages, what may or may not help you make a better player. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that like button, as we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Now, you can tell I am currently Gold 1, rank 13. I think I'm okay. I think I'm decent. I'm no guaranteed top tier player. But these are pretty much all the top 5 classes that I found that to be really good, and a couple pistol builds and even some sniper builds for you guys in here. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, go ahead and check out the weapons. And our first build is going to be the Rival 9. For my Rival 9 setup, I like to run a tactical as a stun grenade because it's the only one we can use. And then I run frags on respawns, as well as trophy system for control or hardpoint, all around ADS when I am jumping constantly. But if I'm not running that, I like to run the marksman gloves or even the quick grip gloves. It's going to be faster weapon swapping, especially if I'm playing S&D. Or if I'm playing with a lot of jumping, I'm gonna run assault gloves. If I'm not doing much movement and going crazy on a respawn or even S&D, I'll just kick around and run some marksman gloves and help me with my flinch. But that's pretty much gonna be what I run for my gloves for our main part. This is pretty simple. Everybody's running the covert sneakers. Personally, in my opinion, I think these need to be taken out. Covert sneakers is going to be the only thing I run for my boots. My gear varies. It could be EOD padding if we're playing respawns. It could be tac mask if we're running S&D. Kind of just how you personally want to play. I kind of just change as the game goes, depending on what they're using more of and if our team's pushing out trophies a whole lot. But to talk about the pistol setup before we get in, this is going to be a pro setup for the ranked for the pro players. And it's just going to be the MLX short competition barrel. It's going to help with our hip fire and our tac stance spread, our sprint to fire speed, our ADS sight speed, and our movement speed on a pistol. Everybody likes to run the slate reflector because it's going to give us a little bit more of a indicator of where they're going to be, making it easier to hit shots than a red dot. So personally, I do like having this optic on the gun. And then for our rear grip, I do like to run the EXF grip. It's going to help with our aim walking speed, our sprint to fire speed, and our movement speed, as we are pistol whipping, so we kind of want to be fast on the point with a pistol. Try to clean up, maybe hit a 3-man or something if we have to reload our submachine gun or our marksman rifle. But this is what I run on my pistols. But getting all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about gun builds. So Rival 9 is going to be the first one on the list, as you can tell. So let's go ahead and see what this bad boy's got. If you guys are looking to unlock the new MW3 camos such as Interstellar, Borealis, Hard Unlocked, or even play in bot lobbies where you can level up your guns and unlock camos rapidly, or even the instant delivery pre-made accounts, be sure to check out MitchCactus.com. They include tons of legitimate services for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and have over 10,000 Trustpilot page reviews. Be sure to use code EAGER for 5% off. Don't forget, act fast. Now for the muzzle, it's going to be the Purifier Muzzle Brake S. This is going to help with our horizontal recoil and our firing aim stability. With the recent Season 1 Reloaded patch notes, the Rival 9 is a beam. It got buffed. This thing is a tank, and honestly, with this pro setup right here, this thing does not have any recoil. Now for the barrel, we're going to run the Rival C clear shot barrel. This is going to help with our aiming idle sway, our bullet velocity, our damage range, and our recoil control. Then if we move over to the underbarrel, it's going to be the DR6 hand stop, helping us with our aim walking speed, our ADS speed, our sprint to fire speed, and our movement speed on a submachine gun. Then I rock no barrel and actually rock a stock, and it's going to be the first stock. I have seen people run the Marauder stock or even switch it up with the Flash V4 stock, but honestly, in my opinion, I'd rather have a sacrifice on speed and more on gun kick and recoil control, so I know I'm not missing really any shots when I'm beaming somebody and having constant recoil go all over the place except for where the enemy belongs. So we're going to be running the EXF Close Quarters Assault Stock. And then for the rear grip, we're actually going to be running the Rival Vice Assault Grip, and this is going to help with even more gun kick control, firing aim stability, and recoil control. We're going to try to go a little bit fast on these builds so you guys can get whatever specific gun you are looking for, but you can just tell right off the rip. Look at this thing. I mean, absolute beams off of it. Go ahead and wait one more time. I mean, look at that. That's a beam. That's a good rival class in my opinion. So let's go ahead and kick it on to number 2. Number 2 is actually going to be one of the most used ARs in the game, and it's going to be the MCW. This thing is absolutely a beam, and I'm loving this gun so much. So let's go ahead and see right here what we have on it. And first things first, we're going to be running a muzzle, and it's going to be the L4R flash hider. This is going to help with our gun kit control, our recoil control, and our muzzle flash concealment. This thing does help a lot with recoil. When I tell you, this thing is absolutely insane at saving the day. For the barrel, we're going to be running the 16.5 MCW Cyclone long barrel. This is going to help with our fire and aim stability, our aim idle sway, and our bullet velocity, and give us additional range on a AR. Having an AR with even more range on top of it is going to be a huge savior for us. Then for the underbarrel, I like to run the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop because it helps with gun kit control, vertical recoil, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed. You can run the DR6 if you feel like you like that more, in my opinion. But I feel like ARs need the X10 Phantom, and this is also another pro class setup for you guys. Then for the last attachment, we have the optic. This is going to be a personal preference for you guys. If you guys want to run the slate reflector, definitely run it. If you guys prefer to run the Nadar model 2023, I've seen a lot of people starting to run this, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't think it's good. I wouldn't recommend it. I've seen a little bit of weirdos using this one too. This gets a little scary. I've not seen this ever be used, and I'm seeing it more and more in ranked. But I'm actually using the MK3 or the slate, and I've been loving the slate, in my opinion, but use whatever is comfortable for you. It's all your opinion. Optics are going to be your choice, whatever is fit to your play style. Then for the final one, I know I did say the last attachment, but we forgot the rear grip. So this is going to be a rear grip. It's going to be the RB Claw PSL grip. This is going to help with our fire and aim stability, our gun kit control, and our recoil control. Now we'll go ahead and take this into the firing range and show you that this thing has literally no recoil as well, and it's an absolute beam. Look at that, up close, far away, and then I always choke when I go into long range, but here goes long range. Yep, see, I like to choke when it goes into long range. But you see how it works. Get a little bit in the middle, get a little bit up close, finish them off on the back. Good setup, in my opinion. Really good setup. This thing is a beam, and I've dropped some high kill games with this. If you guys want to see kind of my MCW setup, what I use for my boots, my gloves, my gear, you guys can copy and paste this. You guys can play however you want. I do run stem texes on this one for respawns, and then I actually run a frag grenade with a smoke on S&D. You guys did not know smokes are allowed in the game, but they're only meant for S&D. So if you have this little icon on your smoke grenade, it does not mean it's banned. It means you just can't use it in hardpoint or control. I still see a lot of people, even in gold, not even realizing they can run smoke grenades the entire time. So kicking it off with the third gun is it's actually going to be something you guys might like, in my opinion. And it's going to be the HRM9. This thing is a demon, and I love this submachine gun even more than the Rival 9, but this doesn't have as much range, in my opinion, as the Rival 9 if you have your shots warmed up. But this thing is honestly really good, especially for smaller maps or even playing S&D, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and check out the build for this. So for the muzzle, we're going to be running the Purifier Muzzle Brake S with the horizontal recoil plus and the fire and aim stability, kind of making this gun easier to fire at long ranges. And then for the barrel, we're going to run the Princeps long barrel. This is going to give us bullet velocity and damage range, and help with our aiming idle sway and our firing aim stability. Now moving on to the underbarrel, you're seeing a lot of DR6 and a lot of X10 Phantom 5-hand stop grips, or underbarrels I should say, because this is literally the best thing to run on this gun, especially with this new update, making you guys have little to no recoil and helping ton with your speed on these guns. You're going to want to be able to scope in fast. You're going to want to be able to run fast with your weapons, especially if you're on ranked trying to swap spawns, or even trying to engage on a opposite side control for maybe a bomb, or even try to get somewhere for a flank to go ahead and pop somebody off of a control point. So this is going to help with our ADS speed, our aim walking speed, our sprint to fire speed, and even our movement speed. This is why I run underbarrels for most of my guns, and being that one in particular. For the stock, I'm going to be running the folding stock to help with our recoil control, our gun kit control, and our firing aim stability. Our con is ADS speed, but trust me, this thing is still a demon. And then lastly but not least, I don't run an optic, I should say, on this gun. I like the iron sights. If you guys want to swap something out for a optic, go for it. But I honestly would see if you can play without an optic. Test it out in a couple pub games. Trust me, it's worth it. We're going to be running a rear grip for our last attachment on this gun, and it's going to be the PCS 90 assault grip. This is going to help with recoil control and gun kit control. And trust me, it's a submachine gun. We need as much recoil control as we can get. So if I go ahead and see this really quick, up close, I mean, it's definitely there. We're not going to go ahead and do the third dummy because we both know I'm not going to hit any single shots on somebody that far unless we are in game. We got a little bit of ghost bullets right there, actually. But this thing is super fast RPM, super fast. I honestly think this is better than Swarm in my opinion, especially if you hit shots or even start in the lower chest area. It kind of moves its way up, if you can tell, towards the head to make it even easier to drop people super fast. So you just seen, we just talked about the MCW, which is one assault rifle, and we just talked about 2 submachine guns, the HRM and the Rifle 9. So let's go ahead and do a SVA build for my assault rifle players. Maybe if you want to mix it up, not use MCW so much, or maybe you're just too good at using the MCW, so you want to kind of have fun in ranked. So for the SVA build, this is going to be a little bit different, and we're going to be running the newest muzzle that just came out in the Battle Pass. Yes, it is kind of pay to win in my opinion, but it's going to be the Jack BFB muzzle. This is going to help with our gun kick control, our vertical recoil, and our horizontal recoil. Don't worry about all the cons, we'll talk about those later. Moving over to the barrel, we're actually going to be running the STV precision barrel. This is going to help with recoil control, gun kick control, bullet velocity, and range, and aiming idle sway. Then with our third attachment, once again, DR6 hand stop always comes into play with helping with all sorts of speeds for this class. This is why I run this underbarrel on pretty much all of my weapons. And then once again, our fourth attachment is an optic for something that we're going to be using in longer to medium ranges. This is personal preference. You guys can run whatever optic you prefer. And these are all going to be pretty much pro class setups. I know the SVA just got banned in pros, so I wouldn't expect to see this in ranked much longer. So if you guys want to take advantage of this, definitely run this. Then for our last attachment is going to be a stock, and it's going to be the main V6 stock. This is going to help with gun kick control and recoil control. So let's go ahead and put this in the firing range and see what this thing can do. And guys, this has pretty much no recoil too. Look at that. That's kind of scary coming from a assault rifle that people are not using. Look at it again. I mean, come on. If you guys are watching this and you're not going to try out the SVA, you guys are kind of playing yourselves. I mean, that's me shooting. That's me shooting as much as I can. Let's go ahead and try it in medium range. I mean, it goes up, but it does not go up too bad. Go ahead and try it one more time at close range. Go ahead and try it in far range. Not bad at all, honestly. This is definitely a very, very not talking about gun. That's going to be your recoil control if you cannot handle your RS stick as much, or if you just can't handle, you know, recoil control as much and just kind of want to see what it does. So it likes to move up, kind of go side to side, but if you control RS, I mean, I went down a little bit too far, but look at that. I mean, this is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. One more time. Demon. Scary. So for 5th and 6th, even though this video does say top 5, we're gonna talk about 5 and 6 being snipers. So if you guys want to mix it up, maybe play a little bit of snipers. I know Terminal and High Rise is big on people sniping, especially on SND. Let's go ahead and talk about 2 different snipers you guys can run and their builds I like to use. So kicking it off with the first sniper, it's going to be the XRK Stalker, and I believe this gun is actually also going to get banned and ranked here soon, so take advantage of this while you can. Moving over to our sniper, we're going to be running a barrel. It's going to be the KLX09 short barrel. This is going to help with our ADS speed, our sprint to fire speed, and our sprint speed. I'm running this for my barrel due to the fact that I like to be able to scope in really fast, especially if I'm seeing an enemy on the other side of the map, or if somebody's trying to push onto me. Now for the second attachment, sorry, we're gonna be running a stock, and it's gonna be the Helix LV light stock. This is also gonna help our ADS speed. I like to run a lot of ADS speed or super fast aim down sight speed builds on my snipers because I quick scope a lot in pubs, if that makes sense. So when I do run a sniper, I don't want something super slow, especially if I'm trying to engage in a 4v4 fast-paced game. So for our third attachment, little do we know it's going to be a bolt, and it's going to be the XRK Stalker Light Bolt, and this is going to help with chambering speed. If you don't know what chambering speed is, it's every time you shoot a bullet, how fast the sniper cocks back to allow you to shoot another one. And then last but not least, we're only running 4 attachments on this gun, and you can tell already it's going to be a rear grip, the XRK Stalker Factory Grip. This is also going to help with our ADS speed and our sprint to fire speed. Now, I rarely get hit markers on this, and we'll go ahead and show you guys in the firing range. This thing is going to be a one-shot, even all the way back there. And you can see already how fast this thing zooms in. It's pretty good in my opinion. So if you guys do like to run snipers and you want to run the XRK before it ends up getting banned in comp, definitely go ahead and put this on. And last but not least, let's go ahead and talk about the trusty cat. Now, the cat has always been a good sniper. This thing is broken in Warzone. This thing is even good in multiplayer. If you guys want to run this in ranked, maybe play a little bit of a far-paced game, and you want to try to get those picks on high-rise or terminal, and you guys don't like the cat, go ahead and try out, or you guys don't like the XRK, in my opinion, sorry. Go ahead and try out the cat. This thing is absolutely a demon as well. And here's going to be the attachments. So we're going to be running the Zing 34 barrel. This is going to help with damage range and bullet velocity, kicking this up all the way to the max almost on damage, but you can see it goes down just a tiny bit, and we'll talk about why. Then for our second attachment, we're going to run a stock. We're going to run the tactical stock pad. This is going to help with our ADS speed because, like I said, I don't want to run a sniper that takes 30 years to scope in, especially if I see an enemy right away. I want to be able to try to engage them as fast as I can. And then for the bolt, obviously, I want to run a bolt that can do super fast rechambering speed. Then for our fourth and our final attachment on the cat sniper is going to be the phantom grip, with helping out with the aim down sight speed and our sprint to fire speed. Let's go ahead and show you guys this in the firing range really quick. So, bam, bam, bam. Not a bad gun, a little bit slower than the XRK in my opinion. I do like the Stalker a little bit more than the cat, but I'm trying to get used to this sniper as I'm going to have to use it once the XRK does get banned from ranked. I'm guessing around season 2 it will be taken out. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys do use any of these classes or enjoy any of these classes, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, love you guys. Peace.